Mindfulness is the practice of being present and fully engaged in the current moment. When we're mindful, we're able to observe our thoughts and feelings without judgment or attachment. This allows us to let go of negative emotions and focus on what truly matters in our lives. But letting go is easier said than done, especially when we're attached to ideas, beliefs, and identities. We often hold on to things that no longer serve us, such as grudges, regrets, or unrealistic expectations. These attachments can lead to suffering and prevent us from living a fulfilling life. So, how do we let go? It starts with awareness and acceptance. We must first acknowledge our attachments and recognize the impact they have on our well-being. This means being honest with ourselves and taking responsibility for our thoughts and actions. Once we accept our reality, we can begin to detach from our attachments and move forward. This requires a willingness to change our perspective and let go of our ego-driven desires. We must learn to see the bigger picture and embrace the uncertainty and the impermanence of life. This means letting go of our need for control and embracing the unknown. It also means being open to new experiences and perspectives and not clinging to our preconceived notions. Mindfulness can help us cultivate this openness and curiosity, as it allows us to approach life with a beginner's mind.
Mindfulness is the practice of being present and fully engaged in the current moment. When we're mindful, we're able to observe our thoughts and feelings without judgment or attachment. This allows us to let go of negative emotions and focus on what truly matters in our lives. But letting go is easier said than done, especially when we're attached to our ideas, beliefs, and identities. We often hold on to things that no longer serve us, such as grudges, regrets, or unrealistic expectations.
These attachments can lead to suffering and prevent us from living a fulfilling life. So, how do we let go? It starts with awareness and acceptance. We must first acknowledge our attachments and recognize the impact they have on our well-being. This means being honest with ourselves and taking responsibility for our thoughts and actions. Once we accept our reality, we can begin to detach from our attachments and move forward. This requires a willingness to change our perspective and let go of our ego-driven desires. We must learn to see the bigger picture and embrace the uncertainty and impermanence of life. This means letting go of our need for control and embracing the unknown. It also means being open to new experiences and perspectives and not clinging to our preconceived notions. Mindfulness can help us cultivate this openness and curiosity as it allows us to approach life with a beginner's mind. Instead of judging or labeling our experiences, we can observe them with curiosity and wonder. This helps us stay present and engaged in the moment rather than being lost in our thoughts or worries. Mindfulness can also help us cope with difficult emotions such as anxiety or sadness. By observing these emotions without judgment, we can create space and perspective rather than being overwhelmed by them. This allows us to respond to our emotions in a more compassionate and constructive way. Letting go is not about suppressing or avoiding our emotions, but rather embracing them with awareness and acceptance. It's about acknowledging our emotions, but not letting them define us or control our behavior. Mindfulness can help us stay grounded and centered, even in the face of adversity.
It can help us develop a sense of inner peace and resilience, which can be valuable in navigating the ups and downs of life. However, mindfulness is not a quick fix or a one-size-fits-all solution. It requires practice and patience, as well as a willingness to embrace discomfort and uncertainty. It also requires us to be kind and compassionate towards ourselves, especially when we make mistakes or fall short of our expectations. Mindfulness is not about perfection or achievement, but rather about progress and growth. It's about learning to be kinder and more understanding towards ourselves and others. It's about cultivating a sense of empathy and connection, rather than separation and judgment. Mindfulness can also help us become more self-aware and reflective. It allows us to tune into our inner voice and values, and align our actions with our intentions. This can help us live a more authentic and purposeful life, rather than being driven by external pressures or expectations. Letting go can also mean forgiving ourselves and others for past mistakes or hurts. Forgiveness is a powerful tool for releasing negative emotions and cultivating inner peace. It's not about condoning or forgetting past wrongs, but rather about freeing ourselves from the burden of resentment and anger. Forgiveness requires courage and vulnerability,